Yeah, I heard it. All right, we're live. So I used to be able to go active that like maybe an hour later. But now it says go active 1 or 2 days because it's funny because they charge us for a full month of data. But for those first few days I can use it because it still expires on the same date. Like 30 days from now. Just connect the camera to this so that it looks like. Hey, this America might work later. It's a damn shame. The interface that we want to use that it gives us. And I have it set up so that the destination page sends us to we don't necessarily have to see I have it set up so that it's customized for our channel so that it gives us stream that's exclusive. So that it goes to our site. All that stuff is configured last year, so it's speaking to the administrators and it requires us That's it right there, right? No, I can't see it. Just double check to see if you can hear it. You want to double check on it happens to fall through the snow. So it's pretty tight. I doubt it.
Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome, parents of the class of 2026. So, congratulations. How many parents tonight, this is your first high school student? Yeah, you can come out to most of these, so it's really good that you're here. We didn't always do this until around 10 years ago, and then I realized some of the parents were more anxious than their students. So, that is totally normal, and high school is a lot of fun, but I get that as a parent, it is a huge change. And so, hopefully tonight we'll go over some items that help with that. We weren't sure what to expect regarding crowds because we are doing this on YouTube. So we'll see what kind of crowd we have on YouTube and what kind of crowd we have in person. I'd like to introduce very important people. We have the clerk of the school board, Bob Fass. Bob. And Bob is also here as a parent tonight. And we also have Dr. Natalie Techler. She is the Director of Ed Services. Dr. Taylor, thank you for being here. And Dr. Taylor is also here as a parent tonight. So that's exciting. All right, if you're into social media, those are the 3 sites I tend to post on. Students tend to look at Twitter and Instagram the most. And if you're interested, you can follow those. This whole presentation will be posted tonight, tomorrow, after this, on our website. So, right, my administrative team. I'm Dr. O'Connor. This is my 16th year as principal of Claremont High School. We have Mrs. Andrea Galicio. Andrea spent 19 years at Walnut High School. She was teacher, instructional dean, and a counselor. And she has a little jump this year, and that is her daughter is entering Roadblock. So another transition there. Jessica Lee. Jessica, welcome, Jessica. Jessica, I sent out a bunch of information about Jessica, so I'm not going to introduce her other than to say this is her 4th day at Claremont High School. But she was at our alternative school. So, we also, Dr. James Mitchell, he is the Assistant Principal of Curriculum and Instruction. Unfortunately, his dad passed away about a month ago, and tonight would have been his parents' 54th anniversary. And his mom lives in Riverside, so he is there tonight with his 2 kids, mom's grandma, sees her grandkids, and with his wife. So I'll be here to answer questions tonight as well. All right, in a few minutes we'll have a few speakers, and I will introduce them as they get ready to speak. So tonight we are going to, at the end of the presentation, we're going to ask you to hold questions at the end. And then we are going to tell you how you can submit questions by your cell phone, on text, and the assistant principals will kind of look through those, and we will tend to answer questions that we think have broad interest of those of you who are here. Okay, so when we're done, we'll do that. We'll take probably a 3-minute break. Those of you that don't want to stay for Q&A don't have to. And then we will answer those questions. And then at the end, if you have questions that we did not answer, we will be here to hopefully answer that. Restrooms located outside to the left. All right, what's CHS all about? If you are here tonight just to hear about academics, you're going to be very disappointed. That is, yes, for many parents, that is their number one concern. After 16 years here, I am going to say, if that's your number one concern, change your mindset. Yes, your students want to get good grades. Your students want to please you. But if you go back to your high school years, number one is they want to be accepted, they want to have friends, they want to be good at something, competent. They don't want you to know that you really have an influence in their life, even though we all know you are, no matter what they tell you, still the most influential people in their lives. But their job as teenagers is not to let you know that. And if you think back to your high school years, you probably understand that. Okay, our school mission, you can read for yourself. Academic, social, physical, and emotional. Think of a school. If one of those four things are out of whack, so your student may be great socially, great physically, emotionally, things are going great, and they're getting all D's and F's. That's a problem. Okay. No doubt, that is a problem. Getting all A's, emotionally are doing well, socially feel totally isolated, come home, shut their door, never want to talk to you ever. That's a problem. Okay? All four are really important. And we take that extremely seriously here at Claremont High School. Most of you have the same goal that I had for my own kids. When they're done, you hope after high school and as adults they end up to be productive people, have positive relationships, and are good people. At the end of the day, that's what I want them to be happy. At the end of the day, that's what most of us want for our children. What's our school vision? Create an equitable learning environment. I'm not going to get into it, but equality and equity are two different things. Okay? And we want to make sure students have a place to learn and grow, foster curiosity, and develop empathy. We think those things, and so does the faculty and the rest of the staff, we think those are extremely important. Curiosity is what keeps people moving forward. And it is our job, and it is not easy in a classroom or out of school to foster curiosity. Why? They're getting all these messages. You got to go to this college, you have to have just GPA, and you better be in 10 activities, or you're never going to find a college to attend. That's false, by the way, but that is what the message a lot of them get. Okay, a little more about myself. Been in education 37 years, been here 38, been here 16. Elementary teacher, elementary principal, middle school principal, and this has been my favorite. You may say, it's obvious you can't get another job. I will say to you in all sincerity, I've never interviewed for another job unless I got to. Okay? Lived in Claremont for 24 years. 3 boys went here. They're 25, 24, 22. They went to Sycamore, went to El Roble, went here. If the last name sounds familiar, my wife is principal at Chaparral Elementary School. So that's it. We live here, we lived here before. I became principal here. Why? We really think it's a great town to raise students, and we think it's a very diverse town. It kind of reflects what the real world in terms of diversity is like. Totally get Claremont is not the total real world. Okay? And there are times Claremont frustrates the heck out of me because we will debate everything in this town for 10 years. And I heard someone speak and say, that can be really frustrating, but isn't it great to live in a town where everybody is engaged? And I'd rather have that than empathy. Now, every time Bob Fast, school board member, wish things weren't so engaged at some school board meetings, okay? But we all know it really makes Claremont a pretty special place. Okay, we're going to start with Davidson, we're not going to start with you. We are going to start with Natalie Sanchez, our PFA president.
From other schools in that fun things planned for fundraising. We want to keep it light and fun and not, we don't lean too heavily on people, so we're going to have a lot of restaurant nights. So the first one is a Chipotle night in September. We were supposed to do Blaze Pizza on the first day of school, but they haven't got back to us, so we'll probably cancel that one. We're doing a holiday market in the fall. I'm sorry, December. We're doing In and Out in October. Tickets are on sale now for that. It's just $6 for a meal. And that will help us to raise some funds. What I was thinking. Our meetings are on the second Wednesday of each month, and we hope you come out and join us. We're going to be doing a lot of things. There's homecoming. Something special that we do here at Parental High School is the kids build floats. And so there will be 4 nights in October where all of the kids will get together out on the handball courts, and we'll need donations of supplies and things for them. They all get together, we sell food, and it's a really fun way to get to know other parents and get to know the kids in the class. So we hope you come out to some of our events. We're going to do a great dinner dance party at the end of the year at some point, and that will be a lot of fun. And we hope you'll join us. So thank you.
Haley Gavard. Haley is works at the YAP, and so Haley, you want to come on up?
Alright, hi guys. So my name is Haley. I'm the youth program specialist over there at the YAP, the Youth Activity Center, and I just wanted to come down here and give you guys some information about us. So we are an after-school program, and we run from after school until 5 p.m. every day, Monday through Friday. We have a lot to offer. So this upcoming month, we're going to be doing college writing workshops. We have a field trip to a museum in Pomona, the Ceramic Museum in Pomona. We also have a back-to-school bash that we're going to be putting on. I think it's going to be the 16th. But it's very important that you know, your kids register. Everything in our Youth Activity Center is free for our participants, as long as you register. So you can come, they can come hang out with us, but they need to register to sign out. We have books, we have, we have other like equipment, we have the computer lab to offer. Yeah, we just have a lot of stuff going on, and we do rely on participants registering to participate. So yeah, I will be having these flyers stored right here, and if you guys have any other questions about what we do and what we offer, feel free to contact me at the center. It's right across the street at the skate park, or like across the street from the skate park. That's all. That's it. Thank you guys.
Thank you very much. All right, each year we have our ASB president talk a little bit about high school and what they've learned in their 4 years here. And parents and caregivers have always found it very helpful. So, Jameson, come on up.
Hi everyone, I'm Jameson Coxey. This is AC President. I've been at Paramount for a majority of my life. I attended Conda Elementary from 3rd to 6th grade, moved to El Roble, and now I'm here. I'm going to be a senior this year, so I'm really excited to be able to talk to you guys. So it was something. So I've been a student here for the past few years, and being here has shaped me to the person I am today. I've changed and grown over the years on this campus, but one thing has always remained the same, and that's having my parents as my main supporters throughout all these years. I find myself so lucky first thing that I just jumped right into was registration, and we're preparing for orientation, and I just want to let you guys know that the team here has done such a great job. It is a well-oiled machine, so if you guys are worried tomorrow about getting your freshman registered, you guys are really good hands. So to make tomorrow a little bit more familiar, since for a lot of you it's your first time, I'm going to go over some important dates here. As Jameson said, we strongly encourage your freshmen to go to orientation. In addition to having orientation and going over just important procedures, just like you guys are now, who will be there. This consists of juniors and seniors who will be paired with your freshmen to give them some guidance when they start their high school career. So that will start tomorrow morning at 8 in the morning to 12 o'clock. After you finish the orientation, the registration process will begin, and you're to come at your allotted time. So the window is between 1 and 5:30, but depending on your lesson, you have certain windows to attend and get your registration and get your courses taken care of. If you're not able to make that registration, or make it to tomorrow's registration for some reason, we have makeup day. This is on Friday from 8 a.m. and it's not till 10. Yeah, I'm sorry, you said it's a mistake here. We don't want you here at 10:30 tomorrow night. It's 8 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Okay? And right after that is anything. If you're a new student, but not a freshman, you just transfer from either a different district or elsewhere, we invite you to come to our new student orientation for 10th, 11th, and 12th graders from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. If we don't answer any of those questions, and you're still wondering about something that needs to take place or taken care of tomorrow, you can call this number here and dial 0 for the operator. We'll ask them whether to answer the phone and answer your questions. Or you can also email us at chsregistration@cusd.vermont.edu. Like I said, freshman orientation is tomorrow. So here are just a few things to know to make it a little bit easier tomorrow and make sure there are no hiccups. Okay? If you have not done so already, please go online to complete the Parent Connect online prior. This is important because you're going to update your information, your addresses, and health or medical information that we need to know. If this isn't done prior to arriving, we're going to send you to the library to get that taken care of, and that might delay the process a little bit. So I recommend after you guys leave here tonight, just to double check everything is taken care of. Expect to visit 5 stations, and it'll take approximately 60 minutes. And like I said, it's a well-oiled machine. If you have everything taken care of and all of your forms are done. And lastly, you want to bring maybe a backpack or a box, or if you want your freshmen to get used to carrying this textbooks, they're going to be pretty happy to bring a backpack along with you. As I mentioned a second ago, there's going to be 5 stations, so I'm going to have Mrs. Alicia go over those in detail with you so you know what to expect at each station.
Good evening and welcome everyone. So we're starting at station 1 will be in our front office. Some of you know where that's at, just past the UNAP tables. We're going to start at the attendance office window. And at the attendance office window, if you've forgotten to update your child's immunizations, we do have those on file prior to your student starting. So we will catch you there if you're on our list. There are 74 of you who will not be getting in line because you owe materials to a roadway. So we have a group of ASC students who are going to stop them and say, you owe El roadway materials, and we'll have to return those before we allow you to get in the line. So break with them, go home tonight, look in the trunk of your car, under the pile of laundry, all these different places where books or iPad chargers could be, scour everything, and go ahead and get that turned in before you come into us. We'll have the next, once you clear that station, we'll send you up to our student services window. That's officially the first station where you're going to turn in that blue emergency card. And it's super important that we have that emergency card. If we have a situation where our computers go down and we need to start making phone calls, we use those cards. Throughout the year, sometimes we change jobs, our email addresses change, our phone numbers change, we may get a new cell down to Station 2, which is just below our building in the 400 quad. In Station 2, kids are going to fill out a career day survey. So they have the option of the PSAT in October and career day, either one. So they take a survey. There's a lot of donations that you can get information on, whether that's the BFA, the class of 26, our Wolf Packet, which is our student-run newspaper. From there, they'll go right next door to the ASB office, and they can purchase their ASB membership. ASB membership helps to pay for a lot of things that happen behind the scenes. So if you are a student athlete, this is what helps pay for your referees at your different sporting events. Things that go on behind the scenes with our field trips and transportation for our different visual performing arts groups. This is the opportunity to get your yearbook at a discounted price and to make clothing purchases also. Now later on down the line, this is where they're also going to purchase their parking permit. Not so much right now, but later on. From there, students will go to the second floor of our multi-purpose room. Our student services building in our multi-purpose room, and they will take their photo ID. If you come with your student, you will probably encounter our ASB students redirecting you to the exit stairwell. So the students will go upstairs using our south stairwell. They'll check in. They'll bring some information about finding pictures if that's something you're interested in. They will take their picture and their student ID at that time. They will exit through the south entrance and they'll come down the stairs to you. While you're waiting for them, down below in the breezeway, the class of 26 boosters will be set up and there'll be lots of information as well. Okay? Please note that we are going to do digital photo IDs. There's a couple different ways we can do that. For your cell phones, in some rare cases, we'll print out a physical ID, but they can also use Student Connect on their iPads that we issue. When they start going through the food services line, it's going to be imperative that they have their barcodes, whether that's on their ID or they open up the Student Connect app in order to scan and go. We have a makeup picture day on September 7th, so if for some reason your student is not able to come to the registration tomorrow, they do have an opportunity during the PE classes on September 7th to take that makeup photo. From there, they'll go to the library, they'll go get their iPad, their textbooks will be distributed, they're going to receive their schedule. On the back side of the schedule, we're also going to have their various passwords to get their Student Connect and to their school ID. Once they leave the library patio, what's going to happen is they will pick up another table, and that table will give you information about their agendas, their insurance for the iPads. That insurance runs anywhere from $35 to $47, and it's a lot better than $340. Okay, and they move around a lot during the day. Kind of like we did last year at Elroy, so that may be an investment for some folks. They're also going to get a COVID-19 test kit, like we did previously last year, and those are recommended before the first day of school, just to make sure that students are not contagious when they come. Ms. Lee, can you talk about our bus schedule?
So the first day of school is next Wednesday, exactly a week from today, August 31st. And I just want to go over the time schedule here so you know what to expect and some tips for that very first day. So Wednesday is a late start period. Class will begin at 9:30 first period. Okay? So if your student has a 0 period on their schedule, there will be no 0 period that morning. First period, so everybody this day will start at 9:30 in the morning. And if you've had students come here previously and other than freshmen, this is an April schedule, so just make sure you operate off of this schedule here. Because everybody is starting on the same day, I'll pull you back up for a little bit here. You're going to go to all of your periods, so 1, 2, 3, 4, lunch, and then can have some space to move along. And don't drop off at any part of the driveway. Okay, so this is just kind of like when you're at the airport, you want to get in and get out, and it's not time to check your messages or to go on goodbye, even though that's their first day. Okay, so another convenient place that you can drop off and pick up to get your student here is the Oxford Avenue access point. You can also do it at Taylor Hall parking lot and walk across, and you can go along Indian Hill park along the side, and you can walk out of the car. There's going to be a lot of traffic there. Okay. This is the complete bus schedule, so after Wednesday, you guys are going to operate off of the schedule for the remainder of the year. You can't the exact times at this moment because it's a little bit smaller in text. You guys will be able to access that digitally online as well. Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays are at the top here and operate over all of the classes. Thursday, what's different about the schedule is we incorporate a homeroom period. And this is going to be after third period, and homeroom we'll cover a series of topics, right? Dr. O'Connor talked about this whole child academics isn't the most important, isn't the only important thing. So in homeroom classes, we're going to go over different topics such as social emotional learning, how you can relax if you're stressed out from taking all of these courses. We're going to go over Adulting 101, so how to fill out a job application. Some other things we'll cover are guidance and counseling, so we talk about graduation requirements and knowing what you need to graduate. We're also going to be talking about technology use and how to use technology appropriately, how to use Canvas, which is our learning management system. Okay? And then finally on Wednesday, as I mentioned previously, that's our late start date. So instead of starting at 8:30 like the other times, we'll be starting an hour later at 9:30. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and introduce Mrs. Vogel now. She's going to go over what to probably expect at the start of your child's high school career.
for junior year when it's really important for them to take it. And our career day is an incredible time that they can just learn about all of the different opportunities that they have. Student schedules. Just so you guys are aware, students will get those schedules tomorrow. Zero period requests and then certain elective requests have already exceeded capacity. Unfortunately, we wish we could give every student that wants a zero period capacity. If I had it, I would give it to you, I promise. But just know that we are at capacity of the zero period. If your student does not receive a zero period, counselors will be at the front and they can talk to us and get on the wait list. But that might be part of that is you can't mandate that teachers teach a zero period. And so we can offer the amount of zero periods that teachers want to teach a zero period. So that's really what kind of limits us there sometimes. Alright, so our courses study. I know a lot of us do want to learn about what different courses do we have. We have a huge diverse amount of curriculum. We really try and cater to as many students as possible. Because we know that some students really want to take those IB AP courses. Some students want to take those career tech classes. So we want to make sure that we're meeting the needs of all of our students. We do offer honors classes, mainly in the freshman and sophomore year, and those advanced placement courses, and then all of the IB a little bit more as well, more in the junior and senior year for IB diploma. Now we have to be very specific of middle years program IB and IB diploma program. We offer Spanish, French, and German. We have a lot of fine arts opportunities for our students. And a lot of the fine arts opportunities are again another way for students to get involved at school. I'm sure most of you know that if they're in band, it's not just a class that they'll take. It is after school, they'll have practices and on the weekends, and it's really because of family. And I believe that's for theater and dance and many of our fine arts programs. We also have an added program, advancement in individual determination. Added is an incredible program that really encourages students to be prepared for your college. They have tutorials twice a week with college tutors that support them in class, and it is a class that students take each year. AP and IB. So we have the Advancement Placement Program and an International Baccalaureate Program. Mostly students will start taking those sometime. Some students will take maybe 1 or 2 AP classes in sophomore year, but most of our students start taking these classes in junior and senior year. Now, the International Baccalaureate Middle Years Program is going to be for our 9th and 10th graders. I know a lot of your students have signed up for that program this year. Just so you're aware, it's not going to be indicated as a class, so it's not going to say, IB freshman English if they're a part of the Middle Years Program. But that doesn't mean that they're not a part of the program. It's just not going to differentiate that way on your schedule. Now, as far as the next year, so then there's the IB diploma program that they will be a part of or have the opportunity to be a part of starting in 11th and 12th grade, and that's what it would indicate IB. So that's a difference that you can see on their schedules right there. Later on in high school, starting typically in sophomore year, we have a concurrent enrollment program with Citrus College, which is another incredible opportunity where our students can take classes that are both they're taught here at Parental High School, typically by our teachers, but they get college credit and high school credit. And because it's through our dual enrollment program, so for example, when you take Art 1 to 10, it's very similar to our visual art class, except it's only a semester and you get 10 credits in 1 semester. So you can take another semester-long class, such as History of Women or History of California. We have a Music 113 class, which is very similar to our History of Rock and Roll class. So these are all courses that they will have the opportunity to take, typically starting in sophomore year. Again, it will show up on both their high school transcripts and it's going to be on their college transcript. If you guys have seniors, you know the very coveted English 101 class. And that will actually suffice as their freshman English class for college and their senior English class for high school. So these classes are a really great opportunity to start getting that college level course. We also have Counseling 160, which typically we recommend for sophomores, and that really kind of introduces being a college our students. So I highly recommend looking at history of Compton when please see in their top 3. All right, Dr. Ron. Just kidding, just finish.
We have, as we've talked about previously, there's so many things that your student can get involved in while they're here. We have 22 athletic teams, over 80 clubs. We have a working speech and debate, mock trial teams. In our visual and performing arts, we have pottery, sculpture, visual arts. We have musical arts, theater, video production, which has won numerous awards as well. Our link crew, which your kids will meet tomorrow. Those are 11th and 12th graders who are a little more seasoned in the high school transition, and they are going to go ahead and they're going to form bonds with your kids and show them kind of ropes, and they're going to take them all for a tour around the campus and show them what they need to know and give them advice as far as how to navigate socially, emotionally, and academically. Balance is key. This is a transitional year. We want them to do well, we want them to get involved. That doesn't mean they have to do everything. If they buy into the rumor that if they don't have 8 AP or 10 AP classes, their post-secondary career is ruined, that's a total myth. We want them to take the classes that are appropriate for them, we want them to succeed in those classes, and then go ahead and look at what's next for them. Maybe I want to try an AP class, maybe I want to try my AP class, hey, maybe that art class, I want to try my sculpture. It's 4 years, it's going to be the fastest 4 years. I know a lot of you, especially those of you who raised your hand earlier and said this is your first freshman in your family, okay? I know this. I had stayed with several moms this morning. Oh my God, we were just in preschool or kindergarten, or depending on our relationship with them, how did we get to El Roble? You're probably saying that, how did we get to high school so quickly? These next 4 years are going to fly. If they spend all of their time doing one thing, and that one thing is their face in the book, they are going to miss so many opportunities that they'll never get back. These are the last 4 years of their childhood. They've got to learn to make that balance and enjoy these last 4 years. In the Student Services Office, we do a variety of things. Ms. Lee, she's going to be responsible for the first half of the alphabet, and I'm responsible for the second half. However, throughout different situations, we are going to get to know each other's kids and service all of them together. We oversee discipline, attendance, campus proctors, activities, facilities, mental health. There are so many things that go on. We work very closely with both our guidance and our mental health departments. We meet with them weekly so that we can service our students. Please keep in mind that attendance is taken in each period, including homeroom. When your child is absent, if you haven't already called us or emailed us to let us know your $7 is going to be out for the day, then we will send an automatic email and phone call to you. If you don't respond, you're going to get that same message for 3 days in a row, okay? And that's going to happen. So if I'm absent on Monday, and I'm absent on Tuesday, each one of those days is 3 calls. Okay, so now you're looking at 6 calls. So please just give us a heads up. Shoot us an email before 10 o'clock in the morning if you know they're going to be out or if they've got to go to be orthodontist. Students have to check out through the attendance office if they get sick. Let's say they get sick in the middle of the day or they have to go to the orthodontist. They don't just get to walk out the door and text you, oh, Mom, I need to be picked up, I feel really sick, and you just pull up and pick them up. We're responsible for them, and when they're not around in class, we want to know where they are, and we want to ensure their safety. So please make sure you let us know. We will give them a slip. We'll call them out of class. We'll give them a slip. If the proctor stops them, they can show them a slip. Hey, I'm walking out to my mom and dad's door, and they're free to leave. Okay, but it's super important for their safety that we can account for all their kids. You have however many kids at home, whether that's 1, 2, 3, 10, what have you, to take care of. We got over 2,300. And that's why this piece is absolutely so critical to the safety of your students.
Okay, a little bit about diversity, equity, and inclusion. So around 3 years ago, the district implemented a district advisory committee comprised of community members, administrators, etc., to what we can do to make Claremont schools more focused and more understanding of diversity, equity, and inclusion. So, last year, certificated and classified staff. So if you're wondering, classified staff, what's that? Classified staff is everybody you see on campus except for teachers and guidance counselors. Okay? So classified staff is everyone else. All right. So last year we did 2 in-services using an outside consultant on inclusive language, implicit bias, equality versus equity, and those are things we will continue to work on with our faculty and with all our staff members. Also, diversity, equity, and inclusion student focus group. I think it's very important to hear from students what their perceptions are about how we do with diversity, equity, and inclusion. And so we will have discussions with them, not just with myself, but also with other staff members. This year we will again partner with Vince Greer, Pittsburgh College Dean of Students and Student Affairs Leader with extensive experience in this area. One of the things we are going to work on this year is what does inclusive language sound like on campus and what is non-inclusive. Now, sometimes it is absolutely students don't even know. They say things and they go, oh, I hear that on TV. Other people say it, why can't I say it? So, last year we really focused on working with faculty. This year, we're really going to work on working with the students on what does inclusive language sound like and what is non-inclusive. Okay? So that will be an ongoing effort. Mental health. I will be sending home articles at times on mental health. Unless you have covered your ears the last 6 or 7 years, you probably know that depression and anxiety have increased dramatically in students from grade 7 through college. Okay, if you work in colleges, you know there is a lot of attention on mental health. If you work in a high school, you have seen it explode. And people say it was COVID. Guess what? It was anxiety, depression, dramatically skyrocketed before COVID, and I hate to say it, COVID didn't help. Okay. Now, everybody's looking for the magic bullet. Why did this happen? The simple answer is people will just go, oh, it's social media. That's it. Folks, most things don't have simple answers. This doesn't either. Social media can be good. Social media can be bad. There are a lot of reasons, and they're doing a lot of research on what in the heck happened to cause this jump. I guess the good news is it's not just here in Claremont, it's everywhere. The bad news is we need to do a lot more research, and we have to, in the meantime, provide support. What do we have for students at Claremont High School? Okay, so we do have our guidance counselors, okay? That is really the first line of defense. That's the first line we really ask our students to go when they are having difficulty. Other supports we have a mental health coordinator, and that's Lisa Banks-Toma. She is housed here at CHS, but she also works with all the other schools. We have 2 licensed therapists that are here on campus. We have interns that we get, that is college students who are in graduate school that need to get their hours. Now again, how do we decide who sees who? Strictly based on what the severity of the cases are. 2.5 psychologists we have on campus. We hold individual counseling, group counseling. We do community counseling referrals. And last year, for the first time, we offered on campus after-school counseling with a community counseling clinic that dealt with the issues of substance abuse, anxiety, and depression. So we are pretty fortunate, and it's been something that our school board superintendent has been very committed to, and we know that is an area where we must be supportive and help our students who are going through a variety of things. Homeroom this year, we will do, as Jessica said, some activities on how to relax, what are relaxation techniques, those type of things. Okay. We are also doing something called a PASS survey. It's a very short questionnaire. It asks students like 10 questions about activities they like, what they're stressed about, and their homeroom teachers will actually be able to see the results of those by individual students. So again, to try and connect the homeroom teacher with the students so they have a little more knowledge about what the student's feeling and thinking. Campus safety. Did I say I was going to do this? I was keeping going, or you're going up? It has your name on it, so I'm going to assume it's you.
All right, campus safety. Just like at elementary and at Roadway, we are going to have a variety of safety drills. We're going to start out the school year, probably the second week, explaining what the soft lockdown is and what that looks like. That's going to be a lockdown where they stay in class, maybe there's an accident out on anything, they'll go over, they don't want a bunch of people looking around, or bank down the street gets robbed, that type of thing. We're not in any type of imminent danger, but we want to make sure that kids are safe. They get locked down in the classroom, they continue working in their classroom, nothing shuts down, it's business as usual, other than the doors are locked, vehicles when they can or cannot be released. Hard lockdown is when there isn't imminent danger on campus, and we do practice these with the kids. We will always, when we do a practice drill for them, we will always tell them during the drill, this is just practice, it's a hard lockdown, it's just practice. To kind of put them at ease, we will give you a heads up before. We'll say, hey, sometime during Thursday, we're going to do this, or sometime this week, we're going to have this type of drill. This is the drill where they practice turning around the sound on their cell phones, locking the doors, turning out the lights, closing blinds, that type of thing. Something that's much more serious. About 6 or 7 years ago, I had a student who was with his parents at the Apple store in the Glendale Galleria. I want to say one of the jewelry stores in the arcade store was being held at the time. The employees at the Apple store got everybody in the store to the back room, and after that, it was all the teens that were in the store at the time who took over. And they were the ones telling the adults what needed to be done to remain in the lockdown status, because they knew from what practices at school. So that's pretty powerful when you hear stories like that. It's like, oh my God, we didn't need to listen to us. So these are two of the things we do with them. We will do fire drills. Our fire drill protocols have changed probably in the last 10, 15 years. And the reason for that is unfortunately, due to prior school shooting where somebody pulled a fire alarm. So now we teach the kids when the fire alarm goes off, very, very well with our students. Many times through our proctors, we find out about rumblings, maybe a fight that's going to start, something that may have happened on social media. So they are a great resource both for the kids and for the adults on campus. We have our school resource officer from Claremont PD, who we work with on an as-needed basis. So she will be out and about. She likes to stand in front of the office when she is here, just to kind of greet the kids and get to know them and be a real resource for them, more so than an officer. There are times in the education code where we do not have a choice but to call PD for certain violations of the education code, and that is done only after we have done our initial investigation and we've moved forward with our discipline process. We also have security cameras in a variety of places on campus. We've been able to track down graffiti, thefts, but it's not always foolproof, okay? It takes a long time. It can take 4 hours just to look at film for an hour or 30 minutes because you're looking at different cameras, different angles, trying to piece things together, and it's a very detailed process. But we do have that for the kids' safety, and then we also have the Stop It anonymous app. And the Stop It app is the same one that they used last year when we were at our roadway. The Stop It app is on our school website. It's also in the self-service portal of their iPads. Parents who are able to go ahead and log in. Sometimes we'll have parents where we can tell kind of like how things are stated. That it's a parent and not a student. It works similar to the Remind app, where we can have conversation back and forth, but we never find out that person's, that reporter's email address, phone number. They stay anonymous to us. It also allows them, the reporter, to upload screenshots from social media. So we have received screenshots of people fighting, things that were of a dangerous nature to the school, to individuals. Sometimes kids have said, hey, so-and-so is vaping. Here's pictures of the proof of that. And that leads us down the investigative road. Please report as much information as possible. I know sometimes kids will come and say, there's kids that are vaping in the restroom. That really helps us to know, well, that kid was vaping in the restroom, what were they wearing? Did they look like an older kid or a younger kid? Were they tall or were they short? Because then we can look at the cameras. We have cameras outside some of our restrooms, all of our restrooms, and we can kind of monitor who's been coming and going, and then we start our investigative process that way. The more information I have, the better it is. It's, so many kids are coming in and out of restrooms. If I know it's the kid with the red sweatshirt, that's what I'm looking for. Okay?
All right. So again, just want to reiterate the importance of having your student get involved in something on campus. Band, speech and debate, sports, anything. Students who are involved do better in school. Council breakdown. If you take a look, that's the council breakdown by alpha. Your student will stay with the counselor all 4 years. Okay. All right. Before we go to questions, just last thing. What can you do to help your student in high school? So, no doubt, talked about mental health and students who feel that the amount of depression and anxiety has increased dramatically. So, first thing, don't compare your student to a sibling. Please don't ever do that. Okay, that is really tough to overcome. Easier said than done. I have 3 of them. They're all different. Probably the youngest drives me craziest the most. He's a great kid. It's just different. It's right, so remember, the first few weeks, you have an 8th grader going into 9th grader. They're not 9th graders suddenly overnight, okay? So, be patient with them. Listen, but don't nag. Okay? They're going to dump on you, they're going to say things to you where you go, God, what a jerk. Well, guess what? Better they dump on you than dump on the teacher. It's tough. High school years are tough. They're going to dump on you. Choose your battles. Okay? You want them to get good grades. You want them to be responsible. We used to fight over what the room looked like. Over the years, we let that go when they were teenagers, okay? It may drive you nuts that their room isn't the way you want it. If you want to have them do their own wash, and they can't find their stuff, they'll figure out a way to become more organized. But if you're going to battle everything, you're going to be exhausted, and they're going to be exhausted. There are obviously some non-negotiables. Drug use, going to school, doing their homework. That stuff, you have to battle. Some of the other stuff, just by experiences, let go. Stay informed. You can see the student bulletin on the website every day. You being here, or we have like 130 people on YouTube tonight, tells your student that you're interested in school's important. Create an environment at home that is conducive to study. If you can, if you have that luxury of having a certain area in the home residence where they can study, that's ideal. If you don't have that type of residence, then maybe some quiet time in the house where the TV is on so they can study. Okay? All right. I'm going to turn it over to Jessica that's going to go over how to enter questions. And then you are free to go, or you can hang out as we answer the questions.
So I know we've gone over a lot of information today, and you still might have more questions. However, I want to be mindful of everybody's time. So whether you're in person or if you have questions, if you're watching remotely from home, the instructions are going to be the same. So you can kind of share that, and you can reshare this information as well. So we're not going to take questions one at a time. We want to be mindful of your time. What we're going to do is we're going to use some technology here. If you have your phone out in front of you, if you have a question, we're going to ask you to submit that. And then we're going to take a moment while you guys take a break to filter through those questions. And if we see like a common theme or if a lot of you guys have the same questions, we're going to try to address this tonight. If we're not able to get to all of them, don't worry, we're going to meet here after. And if you guys want to revisit some of the information that we covered tonight and go back to the slides, these are going to be published tomorrow evening along with those frequently asked questions. So what I'd like for you guys to do is to pull out your phone and go to your web browser, your preferred web browser. And at the very top, please type in www.menti.com. And you can enter the access code here, 61884353, and you can type in this question.
That's at 1 o'clock, right? Or whenever they're allotted. So they will find that out. It's on the sheet. Like my Alvin class. So we are that's what they're going to talk about. And then, Yeah, that's what I was confused. The morning of
Are parents allowed to attend registration tomorrow with their students? Answer to that is, it depends on your students. If you're going because of your anxiety, and they don't want you there, probably not. Now, lots of students have their parents in ninth grade go through with it. So, there will be lots. So if your student says, I really want you to come along, absolutely, come along. Okay?
Questions here, kind of some behind the scenes questions. How do we add money to the cafeteria account? Food is lunches are still going to be free for all students. I will say this, especially for those of you who are here or at home that have older students, especially juniors and seniors. We encourage you to fill out the application for free and reduced lunch, even though everybody is getting free lunch this year, regardless of financial status. And the reason for that is that when you get to the junior and senior year, you start taking SATs and you start filling out college applications. Some students get waivers to those based off of that application. And if you don't fill it out, you miss out on those opportunities. So that's something good to do. In the past, I know we used to put money onto Parent Connect for our kids. We're not doing that at this point in time.
Okay, I guess we sent out conflicting information about backpacks. Certainly tomorrow, your student can bring a backpack. Only time students can't bring a backpack into a building is when we have a school-wide rally in here. We ask them, we don't ask them, they have to leave their backpack in their locker. But otherwise, yes, backpacks, definitely.
They'll do PSAT in sophomore year, and then you take your SATs as you get to the end of sophomore year, your junior year. There's about 1 or 2 opportunities to finish off your SATs in senior year. It's just additional practice. It's testing practice. It's like when you take your driver's license, okay? You get out in the car with your parents, or you get out in the car with your driving instructor, and you're constantly practicing for that test. Same thing with the PSAT, whether you take it freshman and sophomore year or only sophomore year.
Lead crew for transfer students. If you have a 10th, 11th, and 12th grader, Friday morning, 10 a.m., here in the gym is when we're going to have some other great students taking our new students around.
There was a question about whether or not the kids at orientation tomorrow will get water. Yes, we have some water tanks that will be out there and so they can have that, but they're also welcome to bring their own personal water tank if they want to. That's not a problem at all.
Digital IDs, either you took your student's phone away, or they don't have a phone. All right, so we will assist them with that. They can go on Student Connect, and they can, we will print them out, an actual hard ID. Why are we looking at electronic IDs? Because people are going, oh my God, why are you doing this? A few reasons. When we have students leave, they take their ID with them to other places. Not necessarily a good thing. When we have a student that loses an off-campus pass. We can control that, and we can actually do that on the computer, so we now know they cannot go off campus, because when they get a pass, it's not forever. There are kids, students that got better at doctoring IDs. Okay? If you have a kid in college, they get the most fake IDs in the world now. Okay? It's unbelievable. So, we have students that will doctor an ID, take a screenshot, show the screenshot. With the digital ID, it has a clock on it, so we know that it's not a picture, and it has a line that goes through it when they're showing it. So, I know any change is hard, and we totally get it. If your student doesn't have a phone, we will help print them something so they have that. Now at lunch, everybody gets lunch for free, but the state is making us count who gets lunch. So they do have to show some sort of ID to get lunch. Okay.
Your freshman student may want to go next door to that big grassy area with the skate park. That is city property. That is not CHS property. So if your child tries to convince you that that is CHS property, they are pulling a fast reminder. We do not allow freshmen over there at lunchtime. They can qualify for an off-campus lunch starting their sophomore year. Let's say in the freshman year, they don't do so well, or they miss the mark, because we look at attendance, we look at behavior, we look at grades. Okay, they don't get it for the fall semester of the sophomore year. But they turn things around in the fall semester of sophomore year, and now they qualify for one in the spring semester of sophomore year. So it's on a semester by semester basis. They can earn it, they can get it pulled back from them. There was a question about medications, inhalers, where we turn those in. You can bring those to registration, and you can turn them in at the attendance office window. We have our health clerk who's going to be there, and she can go ahead and take all of that information from you for those items. Forms of payment. They are taking credit cards. We take credit cards, cash. We take checks during registration, so we're happy to do that. The freshman year is the only year that you cannot buy items online through the ASB store, and that has to do with uploading new student information. That takes a little bit longer process. So starting this time next year, that won't be a problem for you. Freshman year, it's a little bit off. Once you get all that information in though, then you'll be able to get on there, and if you have to buy it, there's some fee close to close the year, or oh my gosh, you didn't buy a yearbook, I want to get a yearbook, and it's now January. Yeah, we can go ahead and do that online.
Lockers. Every student is assigned a locker in the school. I'll be honest, most students don't use their locker. Can't tell you why. How do we assign them? I know why. They want to talk to their friends all evening. It's just messy period. Prefer doing that than going to their locker. So they will be assigned a locker, and it will have a lock combination that they will get tomorrow already on it. Now, for PE lockers, I believe they do ask you to send a lock. If you're unable to do that, then we will give them a lock.
Let's go back to the PE locker for a minute. When your student puts their lock on it, it's got to be some type of combination lock. Please make sure they know their combination. Sometimes the kids go, I left my stuff in there, I don't know my combination. We have to cut those locks off, and then you have to go back in. So that's kind of, bad news. So please make sure they know what their combination is. Please make sure that when they leave PE, they put all their expensive things in that locker besides their clothes. Sometimes kids will leave their backpacks out of their locker. There's plenty problem, especially if you get the insurance, because now you're looking at $340 instead of $47, plus the phone, and that one's a really tough one to try, even with the cameras, that one's a really tough one to try to track down. How much money should the student bring for purchases on registration day? That really depends on what you're gonna make a purchase of. If you're gonna add ASB, if you're gonna add a yearbook, if you're not gonna add it, you just do the yearbook and not the ASB, maybe you get PE clothes. Maybe you only get one set or two sets. One of the forms that we had emailed out, has all those prices on it, so you can look at that, and see exactly what the prices are for PE clothes, for PE straight, for ASB, and for, yearbook for all our registration. We have a couple of groups, a couple of athletic groups who cannot make registration tomorrow because they have buses to catch sporting events. We've already communicated with those two coaches for those two sports and told them, have your kids come in on Friday morning. It's a whole lot easier and a lot less stressful for us to get those kids through Friday morning. They only cut, I'm still at station 3, my bus is leaving in 5 minutes, I haven't changed my clothes, I'm gonna skip the station, I'm gonna miss something, I won't have everything done. That's all right, it doesn't have to be done tomorrow, we've got Friday, it's okay.
Dropping off students before school, so you have an 8:30 start time on now. I am trying to recall, what time does the library open? I think, well, we'll get back to it. It should be open, but he's on teacher hour. It should be open at 8 o'clock, but here's the deal. There are lots of places to sit on campus. Now, when it gets colder, etc., most students will figure out a place to go. That normally does not be a big problem. Now, we're here early. If it's cold out and we see a student sitting out by the in-and-out tables outside the theater, we will offer him, you want to come work in the office. A lot of teachers have their rooms open before school, that's another place. I do not have a time where I say, you can't drop your kids off at this time. Okay, we have 23 medical students. We're beyond that stage. Most of our students are pretty responsible and can figure out where to go, what to do.
This next question reads, how do we register for the online platform where we can see their assignments and grades to help keep them on track? And what is the platform used? So when you complete your Parent Connect information, that'll populate your information to get onto our student learning management system. This is called Canvas. A lot of teachers will use this to upload their assignments. Students will turn in work here, and it's a great way for parents to access what students are missing for each of their classes. So you won't have to register, just your email being enrolled, you'll have access to the Canvas learning management system. Keep in mind also that teachers have to upload the grades and the assignments from Canvas to Parent Connect, and sometimes there's a lapse in time between those two. So a lot of times you can get more current information from Canvas than you can from Parent Connect. Keep in mind it also depends on the class. And I speak as a former English teacher. It takes about 45 minutes to grade one essay, depending on the length of it. So when you have 180 kids, that's 45 minutes. Sometimes that grade's going to take a lot longer to get through than the quiz, or the really short assignment, or some other type of work that was done. Students will bring information home to you about the school pictures or the flyer, so they don't have to pay for that right there and then. They can bring a flyer home, you
period is 0. 0 period. 0 period is 7. 7.
So he's out early. There's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2:30, yeah. He's out. So we have a period 6. Yeah, he's always coming out.
I think we're good.